Well, as many of you know, Quality Digest is the media partner of the Coordinate Metrology Society. We do several news items about them throughout the year. We're their partner when we go to the CMS show, which is going to be in San Diego this year, the CMSC. As we've discussed on the show, over the years, the CMS has been working to develop an industry-recognized certification to the profession of portable 3D metrology. And now that is actually a reality. It is now possible. Last week, the organization announced, the CMS announced, that the examination for the industry's first Level 1 certification will be held at the 29th Annual Coordinate Metrology Systems Conference on July 22nd through 26th at the Sheraton San Diego Hotel and Marina. So here to tell us about Level 1 certification and its importance to industry is Randy Gruver, the CMS Certification Committee Chair. Hello, Randy.
Hi, Dirk. Hi, Mike.
Hey, how's it going? So this is a big deal. Tell us, you guys have been working on this for quite a while, so tell us why an industry-recognized portable 3D metrology certification, that's a mouthful.
Wow, it is.
Why is that so important?
Well, you know, we have dedicate a great level of resource to calibrating and certifying and accrediting our measurement hardwares and quantifying uncertainties and measuring traceable artifacts to make sure the data that we collect is as accurate as possible. However, one variable that's been overlooked historically has been that operator uncertainty. So this credential is a way for an operator to demonstrate that they abide by a code of ethics that the CMS has drafted and that they have met a peer review process and perform at an industry standard level.
Hey, Randy, you mentioned operator uncertainty, so that's a good point. Remind us a little bit about the measurement studies that the CMS did. I think you guys have done, what, 2 or 3 of them, that really pointed out why industry needed a certificate.
Yeah, over the past 3 years at the conferences, we've had measurement studies that have been, independent, but a source of data to help support our effort as we've gone down this path or journey towards building these certifications. And we've gathered quite a bit of data from the 3 years of offering these hands-on measurement study opportunities for conference attendees. The data has clearly demonstrated that the uncertainty that can be induced by the operator is significant. As a case in point, the first year we did the study, we had micrometers and dial calipers, and we're measuring gauge blocks, and we had up to 1 inch variation in some of the results from folks that were using.
And these are from people who are supposedly qualified metrologists, right?
Yeah, by and large, certainly folks associated with the industry.
Amazing. Well, Randy, let's turn this around a little bit and ask this maybe from the perspective of the companies, the manufacturers in the space, those that are in environments that are large volume, close tolerance environments. What do those companies, those manufacturers, what are they asking for? Why do they feel a need, and what have you heard from them in terms of their needs for their personnel to be certified? What's the value for them in this?
You know, the value, well, the industry, just the proliferation of these portable 3D measurement systems and all the different applications are just growing at a rapid rate. A number of sectors, what comes to mind immediately would be the nuclear sector. You know, they require that the folks that are doing the data collection have some type of credentialing. If they don't, they provide competency testing prior to even having you successfully perform those measurement operations for their organization. So the credentialing aspect is becoming ever more important on a regular basis for many sectors of the market that portable 3D metrology serves.
Hey, Randy, we had a question come in from a reader here, so let me, Christopher, if you can pop that up. Oh, this is very specific. I use a ferro arm as part of my job, so this is portable 3D metrology, obviously. How would this test or certification apply to me? And this is apparently an aerospace employee.
Yeah, boy, that was perfect. Very timely question. The Level 1 core certification is general knowledge in portable 3D metrology of instruments, technologies, how environment impacts your data collection, real core kind of knowledge. The Level 2 certification is going to be a hands-on performance-based assessment. Our first Level 2 assessment is for portable coordinate measuring machines like the ferro arm. So that is being developed right now as we speak, and we're going to pilot that performance assessment in San Diego this year, which will be the Level 2. There'll be a follow-on Level 2 for laser trackers and scanners and et cetera.
So Randy, is this both a written test and a what would you call it, a practical test, a hands-on test? I mean, describe what the certification test entails.
Great. The Level 1 certification is a prerequisite for any Level 2. And the Level 1 certification is a web-delivered, multiple-choice, 200-question assessment that's given in a proctored environment, general core fundamental knowledge in portable 3D metrology. Upon successfully passing that assessment, and I should mention that an applicant, and you can apply at the cmsc.org website, an applicant goes through a peer review process, has to subscribe to our code of ethics, and then is scheduled for the assessment. So upon completion of the assessment, then you're certified as a Level 1 metrologist. However, the Level 2 certification in, for instance, the ferro arm would be the next step for the caller that sent in that note.
And I'm assuming that regardless of whether you guys happen to be testing, I guess, using a ferro arm, but basically if you use an arm, no matter who makes it, the test is going to be the same type of thing, I imagine. I mean, whether it's a ferro arm or a roamer or a whoever. Basically, it's how you set up and use an arm. Is that right?
Yeah, great question. And we met at a workshop 2 weeks ago in St. Louis, had 23 representatives at the table for 3 days. And these were folks that were the arm manufacturers and the software manufacturers, service providers, and academia, and even standards labs. We all came together, spent 3 days crafting this performance-based assessment for arms, and the intent was to make it as neutral as possible to the brand of arm or brand of software that you were using.
Okay. Randy, we're just about out of time here, so tell us where do people go now to take this test, and how much does it cost? Just real briefly here.
Okay, to apply for sitting for the examination would be cmsc.org. Very bottom of the home page, there's a button that says apply for certification. Then there are a number of links within there that link you to all the forms and all that guide you through the application process.
All right. Thank you. And they'll be able to take that test down in San Diego, or the practical test down in San Diego. Is that right?
Yeah, the cognitive assessment, the Level 1 assessment, will be offered in San Diego. And we're also planning on offering it naturally each year at the conference, but we're also working on a plan right now to make it geographically available around the country in a proctored environment, as well as internationally.
Okay. Well, Randy, thanks for joining us on the show here. As Randy said, if you want more information on the certification, go to cmsc.org. And I believe Randy said down at the bottom there is a link or a button you can push that will take you out to get information on the certification. Randy, thanks for joining us.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Dirk.
Okay, so long.
Thanks, Randy. Good. All right. Yeah, hey, we're looking forward to that in San Diego.
Yeah, coming up.
Always a good show in CMSC if you've ever checked it out.
It's a fun show.
It's a fun show. If you're in any of these environments, certainly aerospace, automotive.
Large-scale 3D measurement.
Yeah, no, definitely check that out. San Diego, hey, nice venue.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
There you go. Okay. All right, well, we're going to turn...